Here is a roughly 700-word, heading-free, paragraph-only explanation in clear, neutral language, avoiding any graphic content while giving a full ecological and behavioral update on how leopards, hyenas, and warthogs interact in the wild. Leopards, hyenas, and warthogs live together in many regions of sub-Saharan Africa, and their interactions form an important part of the food web. Although all three animals occupy very different ecological roles, they often cross paths because they use similar habitats and sometimes pursue the same resources. A leopard may hunt a warthog, a hyena may attempt to take a carcass from a leopard, or a warthog may defend itself and escape from either predator. These relationships are built on the daily struggle for survival, where each species relies on instinct, experience, and the landscape to stay alive. For people who observe these encounters, they offer a window into the complexity of natural ecosystems, where conflict and competition are just as important as cooperation and balance. Leopards are solitary predators known for their stealth and patience. Unlike lions, which rely on group coordination, leopards depend on silent movement, timing, and strength. Warthogs are among the prey species leopards target, largely because of their availability in many habitats and their size, which is manageable for a single predator. Hunting a warthog, however, is not simple. Warthogs are strong, fast, and extremely cautious. They rely on keen senses, sharp tusks, and quick bursts of speed to escape danger. Leopards usually ambush warthogs by observing them from cover, waiting for the right moment, and relying on a rapid, decisive attack. Even so, many attempts fail, and the warthog escapes unharmed. These interactions show how much energy and risk are involved in hunting and how each species has evolved specific survival tools. Hyenas, especially the spotted hyena, often enter the story as opportunistic competitors rather than hunters of warthogs. While hyenas are capable hunters in their own right, they frequently use intelligence and endurance to track other predators and take advantage of opportunities. When a hyena encounters a leopard with prey, it may approach to inspect whether it can claim the meal. Hyenas rely on boldness, powerful jaws, and group cooperation when they meet a competitor. A lone hyena might act cautiously around a leopard, but several hyenas together can pressure the leopard into abandoning its kill. Because of this, leopards often carry their food into trees where hyenas cannot reach it. The ongoing competition between leopards and hyenas shapes their behavior, making leopards more secretive and hyenas more investigative. Warthogs are not passive participants in this dynamic, and they play an active role in shaping predator behavior. Their combination of strength, awareness, and defensive strategies means that predators must be careful. A warthog that senses danger may retreat into a burrow, sometimes backing in so that its tusks face outward. Mothers with young are especially alert and can be surprisingly bold when protecting their offspring. Their routines, such as feeding during cooler hours and staying near cover, reduce the chances of being caught by surprise. The constant need to avoid predators influences where warthogs feed, travel, and rest, and these habits in turn influence where predators search for opportunities. When a leopard succeeds in capturing prey, the situation can attract attention from other predators or scavengers. Hyenas are particularly quick to investigate the sounds or scents of a recent hunt. If a hyena arrives, the leopard must decide whether to defend the meal or retreat. These decisions depend on several factors, including the size of the kill, the number of hyenas, the leopard's physical condition, and the surrounding environment. Sometimes the leopard stands its ground, other times it climbs a tree or moves away entirely. These moments highlight the constant negotiation that takes place in the wild, where predators must balance hunger with safety. For wildlife observers and researchers, interactions between leopards, hyenas, and warthogs illustrate how ecosystems regulate themselves through natural competition and risk. None of the animals involved act out of cruelty or malice, they act according to instinct and necessity. Predators hunt because they must eat, while prey animals evade because survival depends on awareness and quick decision-making. Scavengers, in turn, fill an important ecological role by consuming leftovers and preventing waste. Each species contributes to the stability of the environment, even when their encounters appear chaotic. Understanding these relationships helps people appreciate the deeper structure of African ecosystems. It reveals how every animal, whether predator or prey, influences the behavior and success of others. It also shows how survival in the wild depends on balance, where strength, intelligence, caution, and opportunity all play vital roles. By viewing these interactions through an ecological lens rather than focusing on shock or sensationalism, we gain a clearer picture of the natural world and the remarkable strategies each species relies on to endure.